Listen to that sexy 80s sax.
Oh, you gotta love the saxophone. It comes in at the end there just to get you going. Like you thought you were done with this song, but no.
Whoa, that's a good one. I like that.
We'll just do a hat mystery selection. The coin flipping is too complicated.
Told ya. Alright, scratch Cody's butt and her tail would move to the side. Hey, you want to do me? Hey. Hey. Hey.
She was constantly trying to... You know what? She and Ziggy the same. He's just constantly trying to hump things, and she was constantly trying to get somebody to do something back there. She gives you the look. Hey.
Hey.
You like what you see over there?
You like that, baby? You like that? We do it a long time. Yeah, we do all kinds of good stuff. Yeah.
This is why she had the voice of J-Lo. Or was it Rosie Perez?
Ow. Right. Welcome to day...
Are we recording already?
Welcome to day 400 of the...
Ooh, I can hear and everything.
I didn't get electrocuted this time.
Ooh, even better.
I don't... Welcome to day 400 of the podcast subscriber drought. No, officially no one is listening, but we're going to keep running this into the ground until Jesus comes back.
2 potential subscribers on the hook. One's my new old boss, and one's the woman who's going to replace me when I leave my old job. I'm going to force them both to... I'm going to trick them into subscribing.
I'm just going to go to the library and...
So welcome Joy and Brian.
Sign up for YouTube accounts on public computers. All right. Who wants to grab from the mystery hat selection for episode 40?
You can throw them on the ground and see which one Ziggy runs to.
Pick.
Ziggy, pick one.
REM.
Woo! You wrote them all. You know what's in there.
You know what's in there.
I feel like we're missing one. Oh yeah, I didn't even put Phil Collins in there. We're doing No Jacket Required. The one I left off. Right.
And I told you.
Hey, it was at least on the list.
Well, the point is, it helps to facilitate a choice eventually. So.
That's what we always say.
Sure.
Phil freaking Collins.
Okay, can we talk about the album cover? Just, I don't even care. What is what?
What is it?
I think it's Phil Collins'
It's super
face.
creepy.
The 2016 remaster. Well, it's even creepier now because it's Phil Collins from like a few years ago.
Oh.
Yeah, he redid all of his covers for these remasters.
What kind of narcissism is that? I look worse now, so I'm definitely redoing those.
This is our first Phil solo.
You have to talk about Phil Collins. We don't know anything about him except for
Philip J. Collins.
What?
I can intersperse all the stuff I learned from.
That would suck.
Like, go to adjust the mic and I just get.
Joanna would be really mad at you if that happened.
And that's the end of the podcast.
Now we get a bunch of subscribers.
My last dying gasp will be, I quit.
This song. I used to like this song, now it sucks.
Okay,
so I can intersperse some of the lessons that I learned from his book, I guess, throughout this. He should be dead. That's basically the book's called Not Dead Yet, but that's basically the moral of the story is he should be dead.
Oh, he should be dead.
I mean, not like I'm saying he should be, like he deserves to be, but
right.
by all rights, he should be dead.
Okay. Wasn't he like a like drummers? He had a lot of problems that drummers have,
like joints and fingers,
like arthritis problems, and they give you painkillers, and it happened right when everybody was getting Oxycontin for everything or something.
Oh yeah, there's a whole part in the book where he's telling me about like getting shots in his hands just so he could play. It's like, good God, man, is it?
Yeah, Sammy Davis Jr. never needed that.
Because he had the... Alright. I don't know, maybe he had nimble tap dancing feet. Maybe he needed like shots in the bottom of his feet.
I don't know.
So where you begin with...
It was all the cocaine. It's good for you, just like my
Keeps
brother.
you limber.
Just like my brother always said. It's meth. Meth cures everything. It does? Mm-hmm. No, I can't. No, that can't be right. No. If you've got a cold, take some meth. It'll fix it. God damn it.
I mean, it does if you're not counting all the problems that come... I mean, it's like... I'm carrying all the problems in this box while simultaneously accumulating problems in a separate box.
Yeah, what do I think about all these ants crawling on my face?
I'm pretty sure he was thinking that it cured cancer, but the cure is so much that you don't die of the cancer, you die of the meth.
Well, I don't know, which is a better way to go.
Clearly, the meth is a better idea.
I think you're going to get less sympathy from meth than cancer. But
Well...
What was everyone's initial impression of Phil Collins?
You started it.
Abacab. That was the one where I first got in. I just love that song. Like, the album is fine, whatever, but the particular song was like my prog rock song. Like, my dad listened to the older stuff. He had the albums, so I knew what they were. But then this was like, nah, this is different. This I like this better. Like, there's something a little better.
Yeah. Being born in 85, I have like a weird trajectory of my interaction with the Phil Collins legacy where it started off with he's that guy that's playing in the mall all the time.
Oh, yeah.
You know, mall walking.
Oh,
music.
yeah, the
Yes.
tonight. Like,
One night.
Yeah.
Oh,
The album that we did, that's the one you were probably...
Yeah, so...
You heard when it came out.
So I was exposed to, like, later era Genesis and Phil Collins solo first, and then got into Genesis hits. So it was, like, way after when I figured out that, you know, like, Peter Gabriel Genesis and then him taking over, at which point he became significantly cooler to me.
Yeah, it was just...
You know, I mean...
No, Chris and I talk about that sometimes, like, the provenance of something, and you don't even realize, oh, that guy used to sing in that band? Like I remember Peter Gabriel, and he came, like, the Chicken album, whatever it is, and I was just like, he's from somewhere? He didn't just pop up? Because, oh, he's that guy? Oh, he's the guy that my dad listened to. Like, oh, yeah. He loved all that Yes stuff and Genesis. He had all that stuff, and he would listen to it. Somehow he knew when we were kids that he always picked out pretty good things that kids would like. Like, when he was babysitting us, he's like, oh, you're going to love this. And he put on Led Zeppelin 2. That's very kid-friendly. Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, lots of special effects in it. You know what I mean?
You know, little kids love hearing about squeezing a lemon till the juice runs down your leg.
You know what I mean, though. The sounds were...
I know.
It was more simpler.
For me, that's always been the two avenues. I mean, they're not exclusive. I like them both, but they're very, like, parallel lives, him and Peter Gabriel. And I always lean towards Peter Gabriel because... he's an artiste.
See, I always lean towards Phil Collins because he really wanted to be famous and he just kind of admitted it.
Yeah, and like...
it's like...
That being said, his first solo album... I'm blanking on it.
Which one?
That one.
Face Value.
Face Value. It's the least commercial thing he did, and it's like... You can tell like a lot of his soul was in it before it just turned into like very slick packaged, you know, mass consumer stuff. But anyway, what I was saying about him and Peter Gabriel, I still love Phil Collins. Yeah, he's done a lot of cheese, but I still respect the hell out of him. He's like a consummate professional showman. He was born to, you know, entertain people, and I think to his detriment. And so, yeah, no jacket required. I've always liked the album. Sometimes I'm not in the mood. It's a bit polished, you know. We'll see. I haven't listened to it in a while.
Yeah. I mean, I was more about Madonna and Culture Club, obviously, but
right.
This was definitely in my wheelhouse.
Anyway, my general impression of No Jack Required is it hasn't gone like full-on saccharine. There aren't like a lot of, ballads on here, really. It's still like within the ballpark of like a heavy-hitting Genesis sound.
Very poppy, though, all the way through. Very pop, not rock.
Yeah.
Pop.
I'm enjoying reading the Wikipedia stuff because the For this album, the first paragraph mentions that Helen Terry is one of the backing vocals on this.
Who's that?
She did a bunch of work with Culture Club. She was basically one of the band members.
I thought you meant Helen Reddy.
No, Helen Terry.
Thierry Henry.
Prominently featured on the song War from Culture Club. If you recall that song, there's a big female... No.
Good God, y'all.
Tribes go
There's
to
a big
war.
female
Two
solo there in the
tribes.
middle, and that's Helen Terry. She's on a bunch of their songs, but that's the one people...
War.
For all of our
Good
listeners who
God,
know my
yo.
history,
What is it good for?
this album's totally in my wheelhouse.
Absolutely nothing.
All right, Susudio.
Here we go.
Studio.
Yeah, it's been quite a while since I've listened to this. So
And what is
I'm
this?
excited.
What is Susudio
to see,
supposed to be?
A name?
Do we know?
I found a Susudio on Facebook one time.
I always wondered.
Oh, you
like,
son of a biscuit.
Like, he never really says, but I feel like one time I heard him say, like, just admit to somebody what Susudio was. Like, no matter how dumb.
I'm gonna
and-
Google that. Let's see here.
Okay, here we go.
You like Phil Collins?
Dance party.
It's weird how it still has a bit of the Genesis sound, right? Right off the bat. Like, he's still trying to do the synthesizer, like, there's some...
Was he doing Genesis
like,
and
some
this
of them
at the
on
same
here.
time, or was it a hard cutoff?
He was still doing it until like 93.
Yeah,
Okay.
So, yeah, like some of the songs on here definitely could have been Genesis songs, but this one is just like unabashed 80s pop that I couldn't really see Genesis doing anything with Susudio, honestly. There are some songs on here that, like Who Said I Would, Does Anybody Stay Together Anymore? Maybe, like Take Me Home. Take Me Home definitely could have been a Genesis song, but...
Who is Susudio?
Just say the word. It's a girl that's been on his mind all the time.
It's like he almost couldn't say her actual name, so he had to make up something like it. So
He's saying his life had just begun at the age of like 36.
When he was on VH1 Storytellers, Susudio is an imaginary girl's name. The song is about having a crush on someone when you're young.
Okay.
He used Susudio as a name to encompass any girl. What a dick.
if I wrote a song about a
Piece
girl,
of
it'd be
answer.
Crystal.
Yeah, the one thing you can say about this album with confidence is there's not like a stray thread anywhere in this. It's just, as Patrick Bateman would say, consummate professionalism.
And a creepy album cover.
I guess this is fun if you're like at an 80s party, but
Hey.
honestly, it's
We should have a new cover for the podcast. Just
I wish
all
this
three
was
of
the
us
cover.
doing this.
yeah,
He said, you know what he said? He
tinted
said,
red. I don't know. Is there a more 80s song than this? I honestly don't think so. It's just
it's kind of like a song about nothing. That's the 80s in a nutshell.
That?
Yeah, getting there, yeah. Pretty close. Oh! We're on the second song. Only you know and I know.
because I know he used Earth, Wind, and Fire.
What?
for-
I'm sorry,
in
wait.
the
I
shed.
couldn't hear. Wait.
Oh.
I have these headphones on. What did you say?
Ooh, good song. Yeah, this could have. This totally sounds like it could have been on Invisible Touch.
Yeah. Good, because I was just thinking, this is a total Genesis song.
Yeah, so
Without...
I was curious if he's still using Earth, Wind, and Fire as this horn section on this album, because I know he used them for 2 Genesis songs. I think.
Yeah, he played drums for Genesis when he was doing stuff too, right? Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, live.
I mean-
he would switch off live with Chester Thompson. I think
right.
his name.
Well, what I'm saying is like, this song, is he playing the percussion on this?
Probably.
It seems kind of simple. It seems pretty
There-
straightforward tempo and rhythm and
No, I think
everything.
there's. Yeah, I mean, there's real drums in there. I think you hear the synth bass overlaid over it, where
Right.
it kind of makes it sound a bit like fake drums.
Long, long way to go.
It's the first mall walking song.
Contributing
of-
artists on this
Yeah, it's all
for
right.
the horns.
Well, this is like Long, Long Way to Go. This is the only atmospheric song on this album.
This is like in the air tonight, right?
Like solo Peter Gabriel trying to get on the radio is like Biko, you know. It's like Until So, and it was just kind of like, Jesus, this guy's such a Debbie Downer. Like, what's going on? And then he comes out with this song, and it's like where he can talk about mass commercialism and stuff in a way that is kind of right with it.
Yeah, I'm always curious where that came from, because there's nothing to, like, maybe Shock the Monkey, but there's really nothing to indicate that he could just do at least half an album's worth of
Do you know who produced
party music. No, I don't.
Offhand? Okay,
I
just wondered if
it
you
was
had
just
help, because some producers are really good at helping you get a vision. I'm
No.
learning
Oh,
a
no,
lot
no,
about songwriters and producers.
I think it
and
was,
if you're like both, woo.
Is that it?
Oh, the Phoenix Horn. Yeah. I think it was Daniel Lanowitz.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, that is one of those.
Formerly known as EWF horns for Earth, Wind, and Fire. Okay, I'm sorry, that took entirely too long because I'm not good at the interweb.
Thank you.
But you did a great job. Good job.
Yeah, I like this song.
Give me an
a lot.
assignment, baby. I am on it.
I gave you a thumbs up.
But yeah, like, so the albums up Peter Gabriel's, like, because of Sledgehammer, Big Time, and yeah, that's kind of it. There's only like 2 party songs on the album, but people kind of have this impression that it's sort of like an 80s pop album, but the rest of it is dark and introspective, really.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the overlap is fairly thin with these 2 albums. Like, this song is kind of as deep as he goes, which is okay.
I like the atmospheric stuff.
This is another song that sounds a lot like Genesis.
Is that Sting?
Yeah.
Like, it didn't make it. Sure. Totally.
Yep.
Good
Definitely.
catch. If that is it, you get like 50...
Money for nothing and your chicks for free.
Yeah, look it up. If it is, you get 50 talking over albums points that you can that you can redeem for cancellation.
You get 50 sovereigns.
If you
It takes 120
yeah. If you
talking over albums points to veto an album.
no, then if
To
you,
get
if
one
you
piece of 8.
If you get 500, you can cancel the series entirely.
I would never.
Yeah, that's
All right,
either
tell me
Sting.
again, what's the name of this
long,
album?
long way to go.
I mean, what's the song? This long... Okay.
That was a good catch, babe.
Was this after?
Good ear.
Was this after?
I got a
Live
thing for
Aid?
Sting, I guess.
Ooh, I don't want to know. A good roller skating song.
I want to go roller skating now.
I was totally done with roller skating by this. I did Billy Squire.
I'm never done with roller skating.
Wow,
I
I
want
was
it back.
terrible at it. It's really hard to hit on women at the roller skating rink when you're holding onto the wall. Hey, what's up? I'll see you when you come around again.
I get it.
You like cocaine?
Oh man, if only I had that, I would have been so popular.
At the roller rink?
Oh, back then they thought it was health food. That's how old I am. Back then they thought cocaine was a vitamin that the government just wouldn't let you have.
Bananas and cocaine.
Okay, I'm going back to personnel here. What do we got
You
here?
need your vitamin C. Ha 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 ha.
Sting, backing vocals on 3 and 10,
And,
which is Long Way to Go and Take Me Home.
all right, 250 meaningless points. This
You
is
get
like
all the silver sovereigns.
I get a gold star.
Nice.
That's 2 gold stars. I love it.
I've heard this so many times and I've never caught that. I mean, I know these guys are always doing stuff on each other's albums, but like I never actually heard that.
I want my...
To be fair though, this is the 2016 remaster, so maybe Sting was like
Turned up.
Turned them up.
buried in the mix.
I'm sorry, not enough people noticed that he was
Yeah,
on
because
this?
Phil Collins really has an ego that we've learned. So...
I don't know, the
Oh,
fact
he
that
sounds
every
good.
album cover is just his face.
Wait, he sounds good.
Yeah, as opposed to Peter Gabriel, who only has his upper torso on like 4 of his albums. So yeah, like another weird parallel. Like look up the cover. Like so,
Nope.
it's Peter Gabriel's white head, and this is Phil Collins' red demonic head. I don't think it was like they were separated at birth. I think Phil Collins just really looked up to Peter Gabriel and was like, all right, I can kind of model my career trajectory off of him for a little bit.
I want to be Peter Gabriel that can get on the radio.
Yeah. Without the depression.
Cocaine.
I think that's it. Like, I'm naturally inclined to hate cocky bastards. So that's always a thing that's rubbed me the wrong way about Phil Collins. Is like, he's basically the Artful Dodger, like, in real life. He's like a street smart cockney bastard.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of what rubs people a bit the wrong way, as opposed to the other members of Genesis who are like posh, sort of private school kids.
I have this vague memory of him trying out to play drums for somebody in the 60s or something. Have you heard about that?
Oh yeah, in his book, his agent got him a gig to play with George Harrison on a song, and then he got cut from the song.
All right, I have a comment about the specific song.
But I heard that really pissed him off and made him like, I'm going to be bigger than you. And he kind of did it.
You can't be bigger than the Beagles, dumbass.
Well,
Like, bigger than it was George Harrison's solo.
yeah, but it doesn't hurt to have somebody
get a
to
better
want to
solo career.
be.
True.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
That
I don't
song,
want to know
though?
it's over.
Yeah, that song was boring.
It's time for
It was generic
more
poppy
night.
80s. It was fine.
One more night.
I've had something interesting about everything up until now. That song was a snooze.
This is Best Mall Walking Song number
Yes.
22.
We're going to have to go back to the
It was in the
reference
top
material on
25.
that. It was definitely in
I
the top
love
20.
this fucking song. I should have brushed up on my American Psycho before we did this episode.
It does have that 80s.
I wanna watch that now.
It does have that 80s weird Casio keyboard. Like, is that all you made this song with?
Turns out I can write rock music.
Sabrina, don't just stare at it, eat it.
I'm telling you, this song is brilliant. It's a good song. I mean, okay, good might not be the right word.
But musically.
It's a great melody,
But
great production, great
it's
everything.
like, it's a Hallmark card of a
It on
song.
a Casio keyboard, it sounds
I'm saying I could have written this on Susie Wanamaker's organ next door, but somehow he made $1 gazillion on it. It's so simple. It's brilliant.
That's what everyone thinks. Those
It's
are great
genius.
songs where someone's like, I could have done that. Except
It turns out like you didn't need to have any tech for this. You didn't need to have any particular savvy. You just needed to write a thing.
I've noticed a lot of song production and songwriting is knowing what to keep out. So people who suck at it or amateurish, they end up over cluttering stuff. So this song could have been just total saccharine garbage.
Yes.
And he kept this at a nice...
He's like pleading here.
Where
it's
it's
really
just
lovely.
what's
and he has a
needed.
lovely singing voice. I don't really ever think of him as being a particularly, great vocalist exactly, but this is as good as it gets for him. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
It
what
showcases
Chris is
his
trying
voice.
to say to you is, Cyndi Lauper could have totally covered this.
well, he covered... he
I
does
do, but I don't understand whether that's a good thing or not, what you just said.
He did a really good cover of True Colors, like an a cappella version, which I almost like better as much as the original.
I almost made you guys do that album last time.
Yeah.
Now we're going to have to do it.
Oh yeah, like so with Phil Collins' voice, like the timbre of his voice isn't great, but he's super expressive and can like
Yes.
hit the high notes. So like in the
And
mid,
this highlights that by being so simple behind it and really letting him be the focus of the song. Surprise, surprise, he seems to be a bit of a narcissist. But this song that really works with.
It's funny you say that because like he's super self-deprecating like all the time, like throughout his entire book. In any interview he does, he'll always say like, oh, that wasn't that great, or I don't know, that was okay. Like he always leans toward the side of it could have been better,
Right.
type of thing.
So it's maybe the bluster of the showmanship of the thing?
Yeah. Like what I was saying with he's a cockney bastard, and I think that's kind of what bleeds through. One more night, give it just one more night. As I posted on Facebook a couple of years ago, oh Phil, I'll give you 2 more nights. This is why I love this podcast. I get to actually recycle some of my Facebook posts that nobody responds to to a podcast that nobody responds to.
Now you know how everybody else feels.
Come on, people.
Somebody love me!
There's got to be some leprechaun out there. Phil Collins, I know you're listening.
You're a son of a bitch.
Listen to that sexy 80s
Oh,
sax.
you gotta love the saxophone. It comes in at the end there just to get you going. Like you thought you were done with this song, but no.
But I like that it's not hot sax.
Please tell me this is
And
not
yet-
Kenny G with the saxophone. Come
Because
on.
of last
I
summer,
think he played.
I
Who
can
did do that?
I can never unhear Liam Gallagher from Oasis when somebody said, "Oh, you're gonna add some saxophone to that?" He's like, "I would never add saxophone to a song. Have you ever heard a song that was improved by adding saxophone to it?"
It's funny you brought him up. He had a
And I can't do his accent. So.
I love the clarity that he has on this issue, though. Like, no question.
Yeah, he had a
never happening.
Sorry.
Sorry, he had a famous one-way feud with Phil Collins, where for like a few years in the English tabloids, he was just dumping on Phil Collins for some reason. I'm like, wait, which is the Gallagher? Here's "Don't Lose My Number." Ricky, don't lose my number.
So the saxophone there was Don Myrick.
Ricky, don't lose my number.
I can never remember which Gallagher brother I hate. What's the
Liam is the one that's
which is
an
one
asshole,
with the rounder head?
but he's kind of fun. But Noel is the one who can actually play and write songs.
Yeah. For
Like-
your life. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Phil Collins had somebody telling him he was awesome all the time when he was growing up.
Or he was severely beaten with a rod.
All right, maybe. You read the book. I don't know. Was he? That I can find you.
Yeah, this song's still going. Yeah, I'm gonna we had a new bell. Ooh. Oh my god. I want to eat it.
Right?
I need a new bell because this is like the repetition bell. It's not the same thing as the yeah. It's not filler. It's like entertaining but overly repetitious. There. Whatever. All right. Here's "Who Said I Would." I like this song. We haven't had a commercial yet.
Shh. Oh, dude.
I know I jinxed it, but yeah, we're halfway through the album without a commercial.
Is it?
The Verve. Ooh yeah, like this probably could have been a Genesis song.
This
Who said I would?
a Genesis song?
I said it could have been.
No, I mean, I can't believe it's not. I
Yeah.
think I've always thought it was. Also, I'm not sure I knew the name of this song.
I think it always sounds like all right. The other one that sounded like a Genesis, it could have been a Genesis song, was "Only You and I Know."
This
Yeah.
sounds like
It's-
a reject from Abacab.
Yeah.
Good call. You get 10 bonus points. Yeah, I think there's when there's like a hard driving beat with like an underlying like pulsing synth.
Yeah.
That's when it sounds like Genesis. That's a Genesis cue right there.
Yeah.
But anyway, that guy from Soul Asylum,
It's a new feature of our show is me awarding useless points. 10, 9,
Sebastian Bach. I don't know, I
Is
just
it-
thought it was really funny.
Okay, what's this? Okay.
Because he
wait.
was not
said
full of
I
himself
would?
at all.
Who was in singles? No, Reality
I
Bites.
feel like I'm getting worse at
Soul Asylum. Just look up who the lead singer of Soul Asylum was.
managing the microphone and sound. I don't know how that's happening.
I'm playing bass on your leg, Ziggy. He seems to like it. He's just laying here letting me play bass on his leg.
I did not hit the breaking point, but I just hit a.
It's repetitive.
Yeah, this is a very.
This goes on about a minute and a
It's
half.
energetic
too long.
and fun, but like
Dave Perner.
That's the guy.
there's a lot of flatline.
He was not full of himself. I really liked him, and I liked that album. The one that with the train, runaway train.
Oh, yeah.
train never going back.
Well, my favorite song was
Here's-
"I Want
Hey,
Somebody
first
to
commercial.
Shove." I need somebody
Ooh.
to shove. Remember when we got stuck at that?
Is that a real?
Remember when we got stuck at
I think
the
weed's
bar over
kicking
here
in.
with the volleyball courts, and nobody else noticed? They kept playing that song over and over.
Oh my god, that was so torturous and hilarious. It was the same
I finally went up and told
Oh my God.
finally went up and told the
It
bartender.
went
I'm
on
like,
so long.
you know, this song's played 8 fucking times.
Horrible.
Like,
How did nobody notice that?
What the hell's happening?
anyway, that was Soul Asylum.
Thank
How
you,
long do we have to
Spotify.
stay here?
How long will this? I did not want to leave until it
Nobody
stopped.
else noticed.
I just wanted to keep
That
hearing
was
it
the
until
weirdest
I want to
thing.
know how many times this is going to play before anybody makes
I
it
think
stop.
What's the name of that
I think
place?
I broke
can't even
the volume
Gill
knob or
Street.
something. I somehow broke the Spotify volume knob.
Oh boy. You're
You
just going to have to
paused it.
sing the rest of the Phil Collins songs. I
Yeah.
don't know what I spilled on my
What
pants.
the hell? Yeah, that's as strange as there's not like this is maybe the coolest drum part in this whole album. So you have an album by a guy
This
who's
is a heart song.
you have a guy who's predominantly a drummer who doesn't really do anything that interesting drum wise other than this kind of. With different lyrics, this could have also been a Genesis song.
Yeah.
Yeah, this might be my favorite. Well, no, yeah, this or Take Me Home might be my favorite. Well, I like One More Night. So three-way tie, One More Night, this or
This one?
Take Me Home.
Why doesn't anybody stay together anymore?
Yeah, this is a very 80s song of divorce. What is that? Okay, I'm gonna.
I
edit-
would not believe,
Yeah.
I would not doubt if you told me this was a throwaway Genesis song that didn't make it on an album.
Well, I mean,
It's
they're-
odd that the
they're both-
vocals are so far behind. Like they're really suppressed here.
I mean, he was still doing both at the same time at this point, so a lot of it was him deciding, should I give this to the band, should I not, type of thing. There's that, it's like one of those great mysteries of rock music, popular rock music, of where they all have different stories about, if you ask the other members of Genesis, of did he offer up the band in the air tonight? He says he did. The rest of them say they never heard it until it was on the album. To be fair, they ended up doing it with Tonight. I think that was just sort of a like mea culpa type of thing of like he probably played it for him and it was just like, oh yeah, whatever. They were just not paying attention.
Right?
Because on first listen, I could totally see how you could hear In the Air Tonight and just think it was kind of like, whatever.
Yeah.
So that's probably what happened. Is he's like, hey, everybody, want to hear this song? Yeah.
Who knew that the beer people were gonna just glom all over it?
Damn it!
Ziggy really likes Phil Collins.
Mike Rutherford. That very glassy, choral flanged guitar sound. Yeah, like we always say on the podcast, if we could listen to this at full volume, yeah, the effect comes through a lot better. He is rocking those toms on this song. This is far and away the most impressive drum track on here, but
Is that what's wrong with it? It's like it just needs to be a whole lot louder and not able to talk over it.
yeah, so we should do just
immerse yourself in this one.
listening over albums.
Play this
Silence.
song, Doesn't Anybody Stay Together Anymore, by Phil Collins on No Jacket Required, and just crank the volume up as high as it can go.
Does not anyone
Just
stay
imagine that you're
together
listening
anymore?
to
There's Inside Out,
Stacked
another good
Actors
one.
by Foo Fighters, and then
Ooh,
turn
I
it
like
up
this
that
one.
loud.
I love how this song starts.
Yeah, I love this song too. This is one of those few albums where the second half, like
Yeah, it's a solid second half.
where it honestly like takes an upward dip because like after Don't Lose That Number, like
Inside and
I love
Out.
this. I love this.
Don't Lose My Number is the
got
first
me
song on the second
inside
half,
and
second
out.
side.
So if it does take a dip, it might be the last song because I can't quite remember how
Inside
that one goes. Yeah, I like this song too.
Inside and out.
Another great roller skating song.
Ah!
Skating place.
No, it's called Skating Plus, and Tony Vreeland worked there.
I always try to get Joanna to go bowling or go roller skating. For some reason, it's just like abhorrent to her soul or something.
Is it weird that I would go with you? I mean, everybody would think you were with your mom, but
I don't know. I like cheesy billiards things. Inside Out.
oh, I'm taking what's mine. You gotta like the line like that.
Inside and out. Oh, inside and out.
Yeah, he does the really well. That's his probably his best talent.
Oh.
besides drumming.
Oh, that's his shamo.
Yeah.
Shark.
Hey, second,
It's time to floss.
second hot sax solo, Bell.
Oh.
Oh, God.
I think
Oh, is
the
that
sound for
scary?
that is more of a
Yeah. So, me and Joanne have gone to a couple of the hockey games at the arena with the Bloomington team.
The dead Bloomington.
Like on the Jumbotron, every time they put it on a kid, the kid just automatically goes to flossing. Like, part of me thinks it's the most annoying thing in the world, but the other part of me is like, it's kind of funny because every kid who does it thinks they invented it.
Yeah. You gotta go to the Running Man.
Or the
Classic.
it's like, good job, kid.
I don't know. I guess I'm just that old. I think it's a little like, ugh. I don't like it.
It's like the kiss cam with your grandma.
No, it's like somebody's drying their junk with a towel. Why would I want to watch that? I don't need that.
Well, so we should do like a Phil Collins update where he should have retired after he wrote his book, which he should have titled "I Am Retiring." So yeah, he's still doing it. He's one of those guys who cannot step away from the limelight. He's
Without writing a
decrepit.
book.
He's aged worse than anyone else in Genesis. He basically has to get carted out in a wheelchair.
Aw.
So he has this amazing band behind him. He's still touring, but he sits at the front of the stage in a chair with like the stand and the microphone and sings as best he can. I don't want to dump on him, but I love you, Phil, but you need to just call it a day. I'm sorry, man.
I mean, we
You're
went and saw
one
the
of my
Smithereens,
heroes.
and that dude was almost on his deathbed. And,
But he was still
was-
rocking it.
yeah. He didn't even need a chair, for crying out loud.
But the difference,
Yeah, but he couldn't use his arms anymore. He needed
No,
like
he could
somebody
not
to wipe
use
his
his arms.
face off.
He could barely even,
Yeah,
pick up a drink to...
but the difference is,
I have to give him credit for that.
Yeah. The
It was
difference-
just
Badass watching
he
that dude.
showed up and he's like, I'm going to sing this like you remember it. And it was like,
Yeah, and they had to cancel
Thanks, man.
earlier on, clearly because he was too sick to perform the first time.
it's one of my favorite.
Oh, right, okay. This
Take
is
Me
the one
Home.
that has Sting and Helen Terry on it.
Yeah, for a while I was super obsessed with like the programmed drum sound. I thought it was the coolest thing.
This
I mean, I
is
still
samba?
think it's cool,
This
but
is
like
the
I'm
samba
not,
one, right?
yeah. Great song.
Casio.
This is
What
pretty.
I always think of is John Mellencamp on that Jackie O song.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much a Genesis song.
Well, that's where Genesis ends up going, right? After this.
I don't mind. So who's gonna be a dark knight? Is she going to that?
I don't mind.
She kept-
I don't mind. Where is Helen Terry? What?
Why are you?
What is this called?
Take
I don't mind.
Snooze Bell. I like the song, but Snooze Bell.
How is
Ding,
the song not called
ding.
I Don't Mind?
Because he
Oh, because
says,
now we're going to sing Take Me Home
me
400 times. I love the 80s. You didn't really need to write a lyric.
Forget it.
I don't remember.
Cause I remember.
Remember.
Take me
Do you remember?
tonight.
Oh God, it's all overlapping into one.
Prisoner all my
horrible-
life. Oh, the dissonance. Oh, the dissonance. I don't wish upon a star. I want to hear Helen Terry and Sting, goddammit.
This is gonna be the last of this variant of the podcast. We're gonna do like a car repair show from now on. I don't know.
Brett's gonna change my oil.
I tried.
Because I don't know how to do things. Nancy, you have got to get Glenn to subscribe to the podcast. I mean, I can secretly subscribe Joy and Brian, but we got to get Glenn on here.
We did a episode for her. Oh, Lord.
Where is Helen Terry and Sting?
There's
Seriously.
There's another Phil Collinsism is the oh Lord.
Oh yeah. Are they in the background here? Is that what that is?
Oh Lord. Oh wait, we missed the second Sting appearance.
No, this is the song.
I want my MTV.
Wikipedia says Helen Terry and Sting and Peter Gabriel are on this song. But he really went out of his way to make sure you couldn't hear
I
him.
want my MTV.
Yeah, if you know that it's on there, you can kind of be like, oh,
I don't
okay.
hear Helen Terry. He paid Helen Terry to do this? Really?
Like it's.
She has an incredible voice, and she's part of some background chorus that you can't even hear.
What are you talking about? Who's Helen Terry?
Yeah.
She just makes up these words.
Wait, so Peter Gabriel and Sting are supposed to be on that?
According to Wikipedia, all three of them are on this particular track.
Well, it's so compressed
track
and
10,
in the background, it just sounds like a string section, basically. So
If that was track 10, yeah, Take Me Home is track
Alright,
10.
here's the last one.
And according to Wikipedia,
I'm never
this is a
editing
bonus
this.
track.
Oh, this is boring.
Alright.
Why is that?
All right, well, now I'm going to have to play you a Culture Club song that has Helen Terry on it just to prove my point.
No.
Look what you've done. Now you've made me do this.
No, you made me do this.
Look what you've done.
We said hello, goodbye. Alright,
She's probably singing on Hello Goodbye by Culture Club. Why did Phil Collins steal that name?
Since the last time I listened to this, like, have I had any new insights or has my opinion changed on this? No. It's a fine album.
This is a fine album.
I don't love it. It doesn't speak to my soul, but it's very good.
There's more good than bad.
I give it an 8.5 for the year it came out.
All right, let's do Peter Gabriel.
Usually I kind of jump ship after Take Me Home.
I give it 6 lumps.
I give it 2 fills out of 3 Collins. What's the math on that?
66%. Might go up to as far as 70 for fills. It's like a B.
There's a solid B+. I enjoy this very much.
B.
There's a
Should've
couple
been
of
bad.
like repetitive songs, but there's
On
no
a scale
bad
of 1
songs
to
on here.
27.
Scale of 1 to 27? A solid 22.
Woo. I give it a B.
Is it just in my mind? It sounds like he was trying to do a day in the life here. Or something Beatles-esque.
This song is, for sure.
It's that Ringo Starr trademark drum fill of the lumpy drum fill in the middle of kind of empty space.
Oh, the
thing.
lumpy drum fill. The Thompson Twin. It never gets old.
Are you still commenting over whatever's playing?
No, I think we're done, but I am going to force you guys to listen to the proper Helen Terry song.
Okay, I'm never editing this. Goodbye. We had a good time.
What?
Let's do a podcast reminiscence here, because it's done. All
Again.
of it.
Dude, get somebody to subscribe.
And
Come
then
on.
in 2 weeks, he'll be like, hey. Let's do this
We
again.
enjoy hanging out and recording.
Yeah, it's more of a book club at this point. But if
Where is Helen Terry? What? I'm never done with roller skating. I don't wish upon a star.
Oh, Phil, I'll give you 2 more nights.
Forever.